welcome back. So, Chicago PD season 13, episode 18 is one of those episodes where the case itself is fairly straightforward, but the real focus and the real payoff comes from the personal storyline, especially for Atwater. And here's the big headline here is simple: the baby news is finally out. The episode kicks off with Atwater and Tasha trying to have a normal date night, which already feels a bit overdue considering everything going on between them. But in true Chicago PD fashion, that moment doesn't last long. They quickly get pulled into a case after stumbling upon a chaotic house party that turns into a crime scene. And honestly, the setup is pretty disturbing. A girl named Emily is lying there bleeding out while a house full of teenagers continues partying like nothing is happening. It's one of those scenes that really makes you question how disconnected people can be in moments like this. From there, the case unfolds in a way that's easy to follow. It quickly becomes clear that the main suspect is Alice, a privileged kid who thinks he is untouchable. The twist isn't really about who did it, but about proving it, especially with his father, a lawyer constantly interfering and trying to control the situation. There's a familiar rhythm of how everything plays out. Intelligent pieces together the truth, navigates around legal obstacles, and slowly builds the case. One of the standout moments here is the dual interrogation scene, which is handled really well. The back and forth combined with the reaction from the team adds a layer of tension that rest of the case sometimes lack. Eventually, the truth comes out. Ellis is responsible not just for Emily's death, but for another victim as well. And when the team lets him think he's gotten away with it, only to trap him later, it leads to a final confrontation that feels predictable but still satisfying. Of course, things escalate when Ellis attacks Atwater, and for a moment, there's a real tension, especially with Tasha nearby. But she steps up, has his back, and the situation is resolved without things going too far. And that's where the episode shifts focus. In the middle of all this chaos, the truth about Tasha's pregnancy comes out. Almost accidentally. It's not something big, dramatic reveal. It just kind of happens in the moment. Ruzek figures it out, drops a casual congratulation, and suddenly the secret is out. It's actually a bit underwhelming, considering how long the storyline has been building. But at the same time, it fits the tone of the episode. What matters more is what comes after. Both Atwater and Tasha are forced to finally confront where they stand. Up until now, they have been stuck in the uncertain space, unsure of their relationship, unsure of their future, and unsure of how to handle something as big as starting a family together. Tasha, in particular, is dealing with lot of fear. She doesn't want Atwater to commit just because of the baby, and she's unsure if he truly wants the same thing she does. But at the same time, she's also hesitant to open up herself up. Atwater, on the other hand, is all in. For him, family is everything, and he makes it clear that he wants to build that future with her right here in Chicago. And that's really the heart of the episode. The case may be simple and the reveal may not be as dramatic as expected, but the emotional payoff comes from seeing these two finally take a step forward together. It's messy, a little awkward, and not perfectly executed, but in a way that makes it feel real. And by the end of it, Foxwater isn't just a possibility anymore, it's official. Thank you for watching.